All right, we're gonna start with Rory's litter, Rory and Winston. We slide them over here for a minute so I can reach them. And then they glue. All right. Thank you. Blue collar male, poncho 5.3. It's so hard to see these black babies on camera. They're so cute in person. It's hard to really depict that over, video and pictures. So here's Poncho, kind of a serious guy, 5.3 pounds. He's a chubby. He is the largest puppy in the litter right now. Huh. There's you are. You're so curly. Definitely has a more poodle coat. All right, Pink. Puddles. Want to help Carla Henry. I don't know. I think you can see. Do you see? She looks dusted with a little bit of brown. The red poodle coming in. So there's definitely like little highlights in her. Huh. You're highlighted. Yes, you are. Green collar male. Boots, 3.3 pounds, 15 ounces, just right at 4 pounds. Tiny little bit of white. I know. Little bit of white there, tiny little bit on his chin. White. Definitely a more poodly coat. Where are you going, buddy? It's like, I'm gonna go down and play. Okay, purple clouds, 4.2 pounds, and yellow. She's like her sister. She does have a little bit of, not as much as Pink, but just a little bit. Hi, yes. Her and her sister as well have the straighter coat. That doesn't mean they'll shed more. That doesn't mean they won't get a poodle coat. All I can say for sure is the ones that have a poodle coat now will have a poodle coat. The ones that don't may or may not. They may stay a little bit straighter coated. Like an F1 looks like teddy bear, Okay, kisses. I love you too. I love you too. Yellow thunder. 3.3 pounds, 14 ounces. Got the poodle coat. So hard to tell them apart on video too, huh? It's like a pile of little black puppies motoring around. Hi. Red is slicker, 3.4 pounds. You get a little teeny thing. She's kind of a petite little thing. As you are, 3 pounds, 4 ounces. I don't know if you can tell, but she's a little bit tinier. What? I chew on my finger? Okay, little stinker. Teal Stormy, 3 pounds, 11 ounces. White drizzle, 3.7 pounds. Another little bit sleeker, straighter coat. 3.7 pounds. Looks a little dusted with the brown too, just a tiny little bit. All right, do any of you want to see them again? Any that you want to see again? Which one, Sarah? You can unmute yourselves and talk to me.
I came in late, so.
What's that?
I think I missed the beginning. I was late to it.
Okay, so we can show, it is recorded, so you can go back and watch it, or if there's any specifically you want to see again.
Okay, thank you.
Any others? You want to pull up any others or see them side by side?
Could we see the lighter coat one again? The one that had the lighter coat?
Yeah. some highlights, girl,
Oh, yeah.
right? Really
What's the name of that puppy?
It's Puddles.
Puddles.
Yeah, pink collar female.
She's a cutie.
Yes.
Oh.
Which one was the smallest one you had? Was that one?
No, the smallest is red.
Red. Can I see Red next to Stormy?
Right next to Stormy.
Yeah, thank you.
Already that twig because they're the same. It takes me like an hour to get here and I'm like,
Oh my gosh. So on your left is Stormy, right?
This one's Stormy.
Okay.
Little, she's just tinier, petite face, more petite face and
Right.
that's 3 hours.
Okay. So the tiniest one, I'm sorry, what was her name?
Probably.
it's Slicker, red collar female.
Liquor. Okay. And
Slicker.
Stormy, male.
Yeah, she's a kissy thing. Any others?
I have a question, Jeanette. At what point do you provide like the personality
Yeah, we're going
overview?
to talk a lot about that after we show puppies, Carla. So just
Okay.
hang tight and we'll
All
talk
right.
really in depth on what's up and coming, how this is going to work, when you should expect that. I'll get you all squared away.
Perfect.
Yeah. All right. Last call before we take them back in their little toddler stall. Because they're learning the doggy door. I know you love that. Potty outside, sleep inside. Doesn't mean they'll be potty trained. There's two things they will not know that are important. They don't know how to hold it because they can just get up and go whenever they need to go. And they won't know how to tell you. So there's still some obstacles in potty training, but we're laying the foundation of we sleep inside, we potty outside. Just make sure their space is really small. If you give them your whole house, they have no problem peeing over there because they don't have to live in it, right? So start small and really like by the door. Like I see Sherry, like I would fence off right by that back door and not even give them only give them that space and slowly give them more and more. And then potty training is so easy. We messed it up by giving them way too much space. Okay, we're going to transition on over here. We're a little bit early. Hopefully they'll catch up. We're going to peek at another litter. So if you guys just want to hang tight or watch, whatever, we're going to start the actual getting prepared for go home closer to 11:30. People coming in for Diana and Forrest. Just give them a minute or two here so they don't miss the beginning. Oh, they're a noisy bunch. That's not Rory's, that's Diana's. They have a lot to say. Rory's families are like, oh boy. I know. Oh, we got a crybaby. Oh my goodness. All right. I know we're kind of early. I hope we don't. Let's start with the first one. Blue collar male. Longhorn, 4.3 pounds. Oh my goodness. Dude, a handsome boy. He does have the sleeker coat too. These are also F1Bs. So the black ones that I say have the sleeker coat, this is what it looks like. It's so hard to tell, but like, okay, 4.3 pounds. Green bull, 3.3 pounds, 14 ounces. Like, oh boy, what's going on? Oh boy, what's going on? Pink jersey. 3.7 pounds. There's purple collar female, 3.4 pounds. Named heifer, but she's tiny. She's not a heifer. She's tiny. I know you're tiny and you're kissy. Yes, you are. It's like, how did I end up with that name? Okay, no, I love you. Yes, yes. Red. Okay, now you can see the more poodle coat, especially those that, you know, with the black puppies, it's harder to tell. Do you see the difference now? So we talk about the black puppies with the poodle coat. They already have the poodle coat. This one is Red Ranch and she is 4.3 pounds. She will have a poodle coat. And I'm telling them, thank you. I love you. Got a big belly too, girl. You should have had heifer as the name. Yes, you should have. Yellow Moo. What?
She's got no attitude.
She's got an attitude? Do you? Am I gonna get the side eye? 4.7 pounds. You're a big girl too. I take it back. You should have been heifer. This is yellow collar female. What's going on? You're really curious. Yes, you are watching everybody else. There you go. Okay, fine. Teal udders, 3 pounds, 16 ounces. Wet. She was in her water bowl. There we go. Teal. 3 pounds, 16 ounces. Oh my goodness. I know. I love you. I love you. I love you. Okay, okay, okay. Put some wet legs, girl. Put some wet legs. Orange Holstein. Practicing growling down there. Yeah. Poodle coat, 3.3 pounds, 13 ounces. Oh my gosh, I've already gone through the litter. There's people coming in. Might have to run through these again. Orange, 3 pounds, 13 ounces. Definitely a poodle coat. It's like, I'm not so sure about this. White milk, 3 pounds, 12 ounces. You're gonna have to run through them for me. Okay. We're running early. Where are we at? White milk, yeah. 3 pounds, 12 ounces. Another poodly little thing. Very excited, isn't she? She's so excited. Contain your excitement. Contain that excitement. 4.5 pounds. Oh my goodness sakes. You're the biggest. 4.5 pounds. Lime pasture. All right, start me at the top, Carla, too. I'm gonna run through them. I'm going too fast. People are just signing in. It's just 11:15. So we're gonna just run through. This is Diana's litter. We're gonna run through them again real quick. Blue Longhorn, here we go. 4.3 pounds, blue collar male. This is all recorded as well. So if you missed part of it, you can go back and watch. I know it's my boyfriend. You can go back and watch whenever, you know, you would like. I know, I love you too. Look at everybody else though. Say hi. Say hi. Green collar male. All those passing around, man. All the passing around. What's going on? Green is 3 pounds, 14 ounces, almost 4.4 pounds. Almost. Pink jersey. 3.7. So serious. Okay. Purple heifer. Even though she's the tiniest one in the litter. Little teeny tiny. And she's a kissy thing. Big eyes. Huh. Red collar female ranch. It's a poodly coat. Very serious. Very serious today. Where are we at? Red, yellow, blue. I'll stand in the bucket, which you guys can see. Fussing like it is out of the bucket. What's going on here? What's going on here? Yellow collar female. What? Oh, we're gonna do this again, aren't we? You won't look at everybody, will you? You're too nosy. Want to give kisses. Okay, hurry up and then get it out of the way. Okay, now. Teal. Teal collar female udders, 3 pounds, 16 ounces. So really 4 pounds. We're right at 4 pounds. Orange Holstein, 3 pounds, 13 ounces. There we go. Okay, we're on Diana and Forrest F1B litter. So really. Milk, 3 pounds, 12 ounces. Just as serious as last time. Oh my gosh. Contain the excitement. Can you please? It's like it's nap time. Sure, I'm with you. And line 4 pounds, 5 ounces. The chubber. Yes, you are. I'm telling everybody. All right. Any of those you want to see again? Just unmute and let me know. If you want to see any of, side by side.
Can you show us the biggest one, please, again?
Yep. That is lime 4.5. Oh, well, we have move 4.7 actually. So yellow and lime, 1 girl, 1 boy. You got yellow? Yeah. One for sure poodle coat, one, could be. One looks a little more poodly, one looks a little more golden retriever. Can you see the difference in their face? The shape of their face? Okay, I love you.
What color is the one with this one? The one over here?
This one's yellow. She's a female. And lime green male.
Cute. Thanks.
Yeah.
Can I see bull and pasture?
Yep, bowl and pasture. So lime and onion blue.
You like Did I mute it?
Okay, this one's blue and lime. Again, we have a little bit more a straighter coated one with the more retriever blocky face and of a more poodly one.
Is it bull that's green collared or
Oh, you want lime or green?
green?
Green, okay.
Green and lime. Sorry.
Green and lime, not blue.
Yes.
Oh, sorry. Did you say bold? Did I get grabbed? I grabbed blue. Sorry. All right, so lime and green. Again, one sleeker coated and more of a blocky face.
It's cute. So which one has more of a poodle coat?
Lime, this one.
Okay. So also cute though.
I know. There's good and bad about the more poodle coat. Let me tell you, I'll just tell you honestly, it's a pain to groom. They get so tight, like corn rolled, and you don't see hair around the house, but they still have to lose their hair, their fur, but it gets trapped inside of the tight ringlets, causing matting to be more prevalent. That's why poodles can mat so easily. These ones, if he does stay where you can kind of run your fingers through it, it is easier to groom, but you are going to see hair around your house. They have to lose their hair just like you and I, and so this hair doesn't necessarily, they can still mat, don't get me wrong, but generally, quick brush through and you will see hair here and there around your house. Nothing like a retriever blowing their coat or anything like that. Oh, dude, you're fine from my hands. Yeah. Teething, buddy. How you teething? Are we good? Still got a little more time.
Is this one blue over here?
This one's
You're right.
green is this one.
Sorry.
right? We've got, yeah, green and lime.
Okay.
Do you want to see blue and green?
No, that's okay.
Okay.
I'm good. I think we're leaning towards the more retriever looking ones.
Okay.
They're all adorable though.
Give me the little teeny one. She's the one wanting it too. Oh, she wants me to pick it up. She's already a princess. Oh my goodness. You're already so human focused, huh? It's a little teeny purple. Now another one. Just kind of see the coat difference in the color and look how much smaller she is. All right, any others? We've got a few more minutes. One more letter and then we're gonna get down to business.
Oh, can I see white?
Yep. Nope. She cracks me up. Okay, look, I just have to say it. She looks like Grumpy Cat, right? Can you see? For those of you that know Grumpy Cat, look. She's always got the grumpy face. I love you, as I do. Oh, boy. She's containing her excitement. All right, little peanut, just hang out. Any others? So tired. I'm so tired.
Now I can't tell the difference. Does she have the poodle coat or the straight?
Does. Oops, sorry, I won't go. Yeah, she does.
The poodle coat?
Mhm. Can you give me a sleek coated one, like this, the smoothest one? All right, you see the difference in the coat now?
Yeah.
Yeah, very cute.
Yeah.
Nice color.
Both of them. Any of them.
Any other questions about those two litters that you can ask now and before we move on to Goldie's and then what to expect and how to get ready and
Can you tell already what their temperament's going to be, like how active or trainable?
sometimes energy can be seen, you know, but they change so much. They rapidly grow. So they hit different developmental benchmarks and it's could be 24-hour difference, you know? So like 1 minute one's super brave and then they go through their fear period. You're like, what happened? So we don't do any identifying temperament. It just every day, literally they change. They can change. Sometimes they pretty much stay exactly who they are the whole time. And sometimes we see, you know, them really quite a bit different at the end when we do the evaluations. It's all right, baby. It's all right. Got Goldie's in here. Super excited about, I don't know if you guys follow me on social media a whole lot, but Forrest is my daughter's personal dog. Forrest was bred here from Frankie, who has been a long-standing sire. He's now retired. As soon as his son produced a litter, then he was able to retire. Forrest has been trained in public access, basic obedience, high obedience. You know, he'll do anything he's asked of, and just a phenomenal, fantastic poodle. Loves everybody. There's none of that yappiness or lack of focus in him. He's really, really squared away. And then Diana is from our own white sisters. We had Audrey, Amelia, and Adeline. She's an Amelia puppy with Aztec. And my personal Holly, my white dog, that's half sister to Diana's mom. And so these bloodlines, I'm so excited about this litter. I'm so excited to have one of Forrest and get them on the ground and see where we're at. So I'll be checking in with you, those especially on Diana's. Rory's a repeat breeding. It was a phenomenal. She's produced service dogs. with this breeding as well. So we just repeated mom and dad again. It was just a phenomenal Rory's Run Forest Run litter, 2 service dogs out of that litter. So really, really fantastic temperaments from them as well. So two great litters. All right, we're going to move on to Goldie and Jack then. Goldie's a first-time mom. This is her first litter. Oh, do we have a question? Will I be able to rewatch this? Yes, Sarah, this is being recorded. It does take a little bit of the farm Wi-Fi some time to download it from Zoom, and then I'll upload it to YouTube and I'll put it right on your webpage where you're watching the videos. Okay, so it'll just be stacked in there for you so you can go back anytime. These guys are quite a bit younger. They're only 3 weeks old and going through their fear period. So please don't, what you see now does not mean what they'll be. We're just hitting a fear. Look how cute, fear period. Blue collar male Monopoly, 2.4 pounds. Poodle coat, you see that? Look at the waves. A handsome guy, look at you go. And those will fill in more just like the puppies you just saw as they get older. You know, they'll fill in and he'll have a poodle coat. Okay, I won't do that. All right, I won't do that then. Okay, he does have some white on his chest. He is not okay with showing you. Okay, it's fine. Modesty's fine, buddy. It's fine. Oh, man. Pink Candyland. She does have a sleeker coat, not the poodly coat. She's got some white. Do you let us show? Thank you. And on the belly and on the toes, some white tipped toes and a tiny on the white tipped tail, but it's not going to be seen once it all tiny little tip will just blend in. Got a thumbprint on the forehead, they call that. So cute. So both parents have to be carriers of abstract markings. So Jack is a carrier. He can also produce Phantom. He's the sire to our Bernedoodle puppies. We've only had 1 litter. We've had 2 fails now, but he gives us, you know, where they look like the Bernedoodle, the tri-color. And Jack is just a, you know, you look at him, he's a red poodle, but he's kind of a unicorn in the fact that I can use him with Goldie, who's also abstract carrier. We get all this fun white, or I can use him with the Bernedoodle and get the Bernedoodle colors. So, and he's a fantastic dog. Green Scrabble, 2.4 pounds. All right, you're good, buddy. There you go. Look at you go. This is the farthest they've been from their whelping box. They don't smell mom. They don't smell the nursery. So we're asking a lot of them right now. I'm just gonna go to sleep. Purple Jenga. Tiny, tiny purple. 1 pound. Was that Candy was too, right? Yeah, Candy was 1 pound too. Little Jenga, the little girls are tiny. Oh my gosh. More of the retriever looking face. Even though these puppies are F1BB, mom's already an F1B, dad's a poodle, so they do have more poodle than the other 2 litters. Little F1BBs. Oh my gosh, okay, here's if this would have been a girl, I would have kept her for the breeding program. Little line, look at the white. And if you follow me on social media, you got the pee-pee picture because his pee-pee is also straight half white, half brown. Like he's literally down the middle. So, you know, we like to have fun around here. There you go, got the half brown, half white pee-pee, the white tip toes. So handsome. I know I'm talking about your pee-pee, I'm sorry. He's like too much. Tells us all. All right, red collar, female. Are we on? Yep, Yahtzee, 2.6, you all right? Oh, you want to stand up, okay. That makes you feel better. Beautiful dark red. They can lighten, unfortunately. It's the red gene for poodles. It's the Rufus gene is tough to keep that dark red, and breeders have been continuing to try to strengthen that Rufus gene so they don't fade. So sometimes they fade quite a bit and sometimes they don't really fade, but most of them will fade to some degree, you know, as they get older. So just like we got it right here, man. They'll lighten a little bit. She's holding on to me. Oh, sorry. Just grabbing over to your life. Orange checkers. 1 pound, 16 ounces. He's a tiny little thing. Oh, I know. Oh, you tell him. Oh, you tell. Oh, that's right. Okay. Get in trouble. So I'm done. No pictures for me. All right. Any of those you want to see again? Those on Goldie and Jack's litter. We're good. All right. We're going to move on. All right, you guys, let's get down to business. What do you need to know before taking these puppies home? I'm going to move on over to a presentation here. All right. Can you see it? Yep. Okay. So we're a little bit different ages, but for the most part, especially the two larger ones, you should be getting curriculum videos on the website. Have you been watching those? I want to make sure everybody is logging in and following their special page, because that's where we're putting all the information. You should have access to a Flickr album, curriculum videos, and the bigger the puppies grow, you know, you'll see their curriculum changing and where we do it and how we do it. That's all really important in creating resilient and adaptable puppies. And then there'll be Jill's pictures as well. You'll be able to access this after you take home your puppy, so you can go back and download any of your puppy's pictures. Those professional pictures are yours. I do pay for them. So feel free to download and keep them when you know which puppy is yours. All right, so for now, we're working. I know we're excited about the temperament testing. That will come all in good time. We have to let them become who they are so I can get the most accurate reading from them. So we're working on confidence building and high approach, nerve strength, struggle recovery through exposure and enrichment activities. We're there to guide emotional response as well. So it's not like just putting them in. You get a little clip at 2 minutes, you know, but they're working like they've already been working in there, or we're working them after. And of course, if at any time we see an issue, we stop and we work that puppy through, you know, if it's fear or if they get too wound up and they need a timeout, because sometimes that happens to their babies, that we are guiding emotional responses during curriculum. There's no information yet on temperament selections. I used to email clients every week and say, this puppy is this and this, and that ended up being one of the worst things I could do, because then you get it stuck in your mind that, oh, purple collar female is super sweet or a little shy, and then that's the one you wanted. But when it came down to it, she ended up being fairly assertive and high energy, right? So there's no information on temperament yet. Vet clearances and temperament testing come the week before go home. I know, I wish it was sooner, but again, I wouldn't be doing my puppies justice, or what you're looking for, if we did it any earlier. They have to be at least 49 days old. At 6 weeks old, traits start to stabilize, and they do have unstable traits and stable traits as well. We do have a hand in confidence and sight and sound, and so we're working on all of that. But really, those core temperament traits, we get they're still puppies and they're still going to change, and you still have 8 weeks with them. The first 16 weeks is the most critical. So I only have half of that and you have half of that. So anything after 16 weeks, we have found doing research that the brain is pretty much where it's going to be. So anything after that's remedial training. So it's really important, if your dog experiences something scary, that you don't enable, you actually empower them and show them, hey, the dishwasher is not scary, and get them to work through that fear every single time until, well, forever. But if you continue to do that like we are, you're going to find that the dog, the recovery from startling is far less, and you don't have an anxious, scared dog. So many of our dogs that are fearful, it's because we've mismanaged how their reaction to fear in the first place. What do you do when a dog gets scared about something? If the vacuum cleaner scared him the first time, you turned it on and you're vacuuming your house and your puppy ran and screamed, what would you do?
Turn it off probably would be the natural reaction.
And then what would you do with the puppy?
What do we do? Not sure.
You'd pick him up and hold him, wouldn't you?
Oh yeah, okay, yes.
Vacuum cleaner, turn it off.
We go cuddle with the puppy. Yes, we go cuddle.
Right? Like, it's okay, I'm so sorry, the vacuum will not eat you. You literally just told that puppy, yes,
Right.
That vacuum will eat you. Yes, that vacuum is scary. This is so powerful, right? Like we're just treating them like a human. That's exactly what we do for a child. We reassure them, right? We have to reassure the puppy differently than we do with humans because they feel that feeling of, oh my God, mom did say the vacuum's going to eat me. Mom's feeling that right now. No, if your puppy gets scared about something like the vacuum, now you're going to turn it on and leave it on, or just let it sit in the middle of the room the first day. They can't stay in that state of mind for long. And we know now training happens. Like the first year is a lot of training, right? So let's just get them used to the vacuum. You should do this before you even turn it on, really, especially in the first 8 weeks, anything new in your house. I'm gonna leave the vacuum in the middle of the floor. Where am I gonna feed the puppy? Right next to the vacuum. Where am I gonna play with the puppy? Right next to the vacuum, right? Whether they had a negative reaction or not. Now, the next day or whenever they feel comfortable, depending if they had a negative experience, I'm going to turn the vacuum on. I'm going to leave it on in the front room randomly throughout the day. Where am I going to feed the puppy? Next to the vacuum. Where am I going to put treats if I need to? On the vacuum, right? Like the vacuum is no big deal. I'm telling the puppy, this is no big deal. Come here, come investigate, be curious. You can trust me. Then you start moving the vacuum. Now you've eliminated a lifelong unrealistic fear like that. Do you see how when we don't do that, then these dogs have these unrealistic fears for the rest of their life? And that is sad. So I need you to empower them, show them it's okay. I know that scared you, but you're fine. You're not going to pick them up. We're not going to reassure them. Instead, you need to switch the human brain and be like, okay, we've got work to do to show this puppy the vacuum's not scary. The dishwasher opening or starting, if something dropped, now you just need to help work them through that so we don't have unrealistic fears for the rest of their life. All right, so vet clearances and evaluations. So watch that last week. I always feel like it's finals week. I could grief for trying to do a lot, and we are. Puppy evaluations, here's how it's gonna work. We're gonna work each puppy the same through the same experiences, and we're focused on 12 traits. So we're gonna look at assertiveness and motivation and focus. Are they more human focused, environmental focused, confidence level, energy level, what else do we look for? Sight and sound sensitivity, dog friendliness. So they're going to get scored based on that. Again, remember they're still puppies and you will have a hand in shaping and guiding them as well, but they're giving us a good idea. They're giving us a little bit of a voice in their placement, letting us know, do they need a more stable home? Do they need purpose? And they're really high energy and highly motivated. And maybe that's too much puppy for you, right? So we'll get a fairly good idea on some of those important things. Oh, I have a sneeze coming. Just remember, there's no bad puppies. A lot of the puppies that don't get picked are actually service dog quality because we need that drive and assertiveness and energy, and but they can be difficult puppies. So really be honest with yourself. What are you looking for in a puppy? What will make you happy? What do you want? And then, of course, are you a pushover? Like, let's just get down to it, because and of course, that can you meet the higher energy level puppy or not? If you have a hard time saying no and you're a softie, don't take a puppy home that's high assertive, high energy. They're going to eat you alive. They know you're the weak link in the pack, and they will absolutely be the boss. And that's not always a comfortable conversation or a lifelong relationship that you or the dog probably wants, right? Can you build confidence in a puppy in a safe and empowering way? Can you help a squirrely puppy focus? Can you manage young children with the space and time? And again, if you are a soft person, do you really want a firm puppy? And if you are a firm person, you may not want a super soft puppy. That might not be the good fit, right? It might actually kind of drive you crazy. Like I barely scolded you and you're peeing on the floor or whatever, we have to, just like children, they're all very different, and some require a higher intensity of correction and some require very little correction. So what do you like? What do you want? Do you want that softer puppy or do you want that more outgoing puppy to be run with kind of thing? All right. If it will log into your page, do you see the button that says, here we go, prepare to take my puppy home? You can start working in this now. And again, my internet's having a problem, but just know that everything you need to know is in there and you can start doing that. They're eating all this litter is on Life's Abundance. There's new vet supplements, and I'll talk more specifically about this stuff, but I just wanted to show you it's all right here so you can start going through it and looking at it, deciding if it's right for you or not. There's a Baxter and Bella program. If this is not your first rodeo and you've raised puppies before, you don't need this. If this is a first puppy or you have kids and this is their first puppy, I think it's highly, highly beneficial for a one-time fee to have unlimited access to all of their content. Final payment arrangements are all on there. These prices may not be right. This video might be a little bit older, or they are, but anything is on there for the payment that you would need. Let's see, are we stuck? Here we go. I'm on. And you can click specifically on what you're buying and it will give you the correct price. If you've paid a $500 deposit, of course, subtract that from the total. Some of you may be still on $300 deposit, so your balance would be a little bit higher. But if you have any questions, just email us. Sam does a fantastic job keeping track of all the money. I do not. She does that for me. Contract and warranty, you can look at it there, but we are going to send it to you in DocuSign. So it's going to be all digital, but you can look at it, read it. If you have any questions or concerns, let me know. That is accessible to you. Make your vet appointment, join our private group. It's a great resource for people. And then it has a favorites page. Here's some of my favorite things. You can scroll through there and look and see my shampoo, my favorite shampoo and training treats and whatever. So there's that page. For new owners, there's videos for training and other info, more videos. If you're flying with your puppy, I've got a video. When we flew a puppy to Good Morning America, we recorded that journey. Have you puppy proofed your house? There's some instructions you can print, a puppy care packet that just generally talks about the kennel training and jumping and overexcitement and all of that. And then please watch this video before you come in. There's just a few differences and we've added, we've upgraded a few things. There's no whine though. And it will tell you everything that's coming home with the puppy. So I'm not going to go over the puppy packet with you specifically. So bring in questions though. So just write down questions you have that I didn't cover that, in the video. I used to go over the puppy packet with every single person on Go Home Day. And let's be real, nobody was listening to a damn thing I said. You're literally standing there holding your puppy. Why do you want to talk paperwork right now, like microchip and vaccines and stuff? Like, no, you're like loving on your puppy. It was just a waste of time and energy for both of us. So just watch the video prior to having puppy brain and we'll be good, and bring any questions. Here's also some grooming tips and tricks, especially for those more poodly puppies. You've got to get started right away. Grooming and mimicking soft brushing and not letting them have their way. And there's some of my favorites on that. Okay, life's abundance. I'm not a dog food snob. I don't care. Like, there's not one dog food for every dog. I would caution, if the puppy has good poop and you don't have problems, I would absolutely stay the course. Doodles can be known for having sensitive stomachs, and we're going to talk about why that is a problem. And I'm going to give you lots of advice and tips and tricks to make sure you don't have that problem. So no matter what, if you want to change the dog food to something your other dog is on or whatever, at least give it 9 weeks. Please buy 9 weeks worth of food. Anytime in thinking of switching food, we're going to think in 9s. You're in it for the long haul, unless there's a medical issue. 9 weeks when you pick a food, and then it will take 9 days to transition them nice and slow. Why are dogs so ridiculous about switching food? I don't know. They can eat their own poop. They can eat a dead mouse. They can eat a lizard. And here we all being like, it takes 9 days to transition, a little at a time. It is. It's the reality. It makes no sense to me, but that's the way it is. So we have to be very careful with kibble transitioning them. The Trupanion, we cannot legally sign you up because it's insurance, but what we will do is enter your information into their system, so they'll email and remind you to sign up. Please at least use the first 30 days. I jump in my private group often and I do polls and check in with people, and I've never had anybody say, gosh, I wish we wouldn't have gotten the insurance, especially the first year. Puppies are dumb. They eat silly things. They fall off the couch. They, get hurt. They're a puppy. And so having insurance has been highly beneficial for a lot of people. Again, if you don't want to continue after 30 days, but I would highly recommend you get it for free anyway. If there's any little vomiting or diarrhea or any problems, you've got your insurance. Baxter and Bella is an online training program. If you've raised puppies before, you're not going to need this. Again, like I said, if you've got kids or it's been a while, or if you're having a hard time problem solving, what I love that Amy does, Amy and Scott, they understand too, there's not one way to do things. So if you're having problems with kennel training, you can get on the website at 3 a.m. when you're losing your mind because you can't sleep. And she'll show you lots of like, hey, we could try this, we could try this. Have you tried this? You know, and all the videos, there's different ways to try to solve that. So just an option. Use our code because it gives you like 25% off or something. The new vet vitamins, this is the only FDA approved. They're all on it. You don't have to continue it. Do your own research and see if you feel like you want them to stay on it. I do love that it does give them immunity gap going home. But again, do what you feel is right and take time to research it. All right, the first 3 days. This is for stress and for poop. You'll see that we do so many things wrong and it causes diarrhea. And then with all the other stress stacking, it's really hard to get a handle on. So the first 3 days, please have it super quiet. Don't have new people over. Don't have a party. If you do have one planned, figure something else out. You have to realize when the puppy leaves here, they're leaving everything they know from the smell, from their humans, from their mama, from their siblings. Everything is different than a scented blanket that we send home to them. So no exposure. I know you guys know I preach all the time. We have to do some short, fun exposure. You got to get your puppies out. This is not the time. They've already have been given so much new exposure. And then we're all like taking them out day 2 to like, oh, look at my puppy. Let's go to Home Depot. That puppy doesn't even trust you yet. So you see where the problem is. Now we're starting to stack stress and they don't even know you. So please spend the time to bond with your puppy. Let them feel really safe in the house before you start taking them out. And then when you do take them out, it needs to be short and fun. Like literally, I can't express it enough. Short, 5 minutes, walk through Home Depot once and leave. And don't even let anybody pet them, because what we do is we do too much exposure too early, too much human pressure, too many people petting, too many people grabbing, and we're thinking we're doing good exposure, right? Now you're telling this dog they cannot trust you. It's too much. You're stacking too much stress. It's too much pressure. Yawning is a sign of stress. I want you to know that puppy's stress signal before you even start taking them out. They're counting on you. If they start to feel uncomfortable, to get them out of that situation. Many times it's too many hands, too many people, people with too much intensity. Oh my gosh, you got a puppy. And can you, like, from your puppy's point of view, they're like, what the heck did I do wrong? Now they're gonna have a negative association from people. You start taking them out. And they're like, I really, please, I really don't want any more of that. So you're setting up this foundation that we don't want. So I want you to focus on the puppy trusting you. You have to build their trust, and there's this mutual respect. Then you could start working them. Other stress signals: looking away, like avoiding, ears pinned, yawning, really panting. You know, you'll see a change in them, and then it's too much. You've done too much. So short and sweet really lays a great foundation for I trust you. You never ask me to do more than I'm ready to do, just like our curriculum. It's short and sweet, and we're there to help guide emotional responses so that they learn that they can trust us. Lots of sleep. Please don't wake a sleeping puppy. They will try to keep up with you. They will want to play, and especially if you have kids, but puppies actually require a lot of sleep. Their naps will be 4 to 5 hours long. Then they'll be up for an hour or two and then back down, or they'll try to stay up with you if you keep them up. But then we start to have behavioral problems, just like toddlers get overtired. Puppies are the same way. So they get more mouthy, they get more sassy. They're just kind of spinning themselves into a frenzy almost. So lots of sleep, keep puppy home. We don't need, again, a bunch of people there. Let's let the puppy learn to trust you and understand you. Feed them and you'll take care of them. And it's a safe den, a safe pack before we start bringing new people in. Lots of positive praise. But remember, whatever rules and boundaries you're going to have to begin with, please do that immediately. So if they're not going to be allowed on the couch, please don't. I've been waiting forever for my puppy. I just want to sit on the couch tonight and watch a movie. My puppies are too smart for that crap. They will call you on it. Oh, I'm just going to sleep with the puppy tonight in my bed, just one night. And then you wonder why they're throwing a bigger fit night 2. So please honor them. Like, here are the rules. This is the way it's going to be, and it needs to be done the first time. Classical lullabies, if you decide you don't want the kennel next to you, and ultimately if you don't want to kennel train, I mean, I'm a huge proponent of it, a huge advocate for it, but if, you know, ultimately it's your dog. So if you do kennel train and you don't want them in your room, which I think is the best place for them to be, because when you start putting them in a kennel, there's 2 things that they're fighting. They don't want to be alone, right? In the wild or by nature. they sleep together. So it makes them feel a little insecure. And then if you're not there either, or they don't want to be in the kennel, they're resisting containment also. So you've got instincts and containment, both we've got to work through. So I prefer, if I'm kennel training, the puppy's right next to my bed, I could put my fingers in there, be like, you're fine, you know, but I'm not going to let them out just because they cry. In my packet on the go home page, I talk, you know, make sure they've exercised, all their needs have been met, they pottied, they pooped, no food or water 3 hours before bedtime. You're going to put them in. The first crying is going to be resisting containment. So they just have to get through that. If you get to a point, you reach your threshold after an hour of screaming, let's say, and you let them out, you've just taught them, I have to scream for an hour before mom will let me out. It's really, really important. You're just going to have to, just like a baby, some will fuss for 10 minutes, some maybe 3 hours. It depends how strong-willed the puppy is that you choose. So you just have to hold tight. At some point, the puppy will fall asleep. I can't say how long that will be. Some puppies will sleep 6 hours, some will sleep for 2. When they wake up, we have to assume they have to go potty, right? Because like I said in the beginning, they don't know how to hold it and they don't know how to tell you. They will wake you up, no cuddling, no playing. Matter of fact, go outside, go potty, good puppy, go back in. Otherwise, you're telling your puppy, wake me up at 3 o'clock. I love to play fetch at 3 o'clock. Who doesn't? Yeah, it's playtime. We don't want that either. So generally 3 nights, just 3 to 4 nights, be prepared. Not the first night. They're tired. Everything's new. They're not pushing boundaries as much because they don't feel comfortable doing that. Generally, the first night is, oh, that was easy. Don't be fooled completely. Some will stay that easy. Some will not. Give it 3 to 4 nights of potentially a long night. And then they realize, man, when I get put in here, I'd stay in here. Where are we at? They're going to be sent home at God, I sneeze. I wish I just sneezed. A scented blanket, sent it to mom and us and you know, the nursery. Cedar chips, you don't have to use these. Some it doesn't really matter, but why not try? They're going potty on cedar chips. They're being trained to that in and out their little doggy door outside cedar. So we just send home that scent. If you want to just put a little bit where you want them to go potty, it can help some puppies signify, hey, this is your potty area. They'll know that smell, right? Some don't care. They'll whatever. The power of yes. When you are working them through, like even the first time you bring them home and put them down, every time they're brave, every time they approach something, right? You're going to say, yes, we are imprinting that in them now. Every time we do curriculum and they're brave and they approach something. Yes, yes, you're saying, yes, you are brave. Yes, you can do it. And yes, you can trust me. So the foundation of this word will already been implemented. Please take this word. This is my gift to you, my gift to my puppies, to continue to empower them and communicate with them in a way that makes sense to them, okay? And the life-saving command, puppy, puppy, puppy. There's a handout in the pack that explains all of that as well. Did we talk about poop yet? No, let's talk about poop, shall we? Hey, let's talk about poop. It's so much fun. But I talked about how a lot of puppies get diarrhea. So here's why. They will have been dewormed right before go home. That can cause upset stomach. Then they get vaccinated. That can cause an upset. Then they leave us. So just pay attention to the stacking of the stress, right? Both internally and externally. They leave us. They join your new pack. You might be doing exposure activities too early, too long. They've got a new dog to get adjusted to, a new cat, a bird, kids, whatever's in your home. And then I know you're excited, you start giving them treats. I'm telling you now, do not buy any dog training treats, please. You will use their kibble as their training treat. Let's get through all the initial stacking of the stress of just going home before we start introducing other things. The only time you should is like the puppy, puppy, puppy emergency recall and the treat game, but like literally use a tiny, tiny piece of chicken. They don't know any different. So why do you pay your employees at the highest rate they're gonna go? No, we're gonna start at minimum wage. They have to earn the little tiny, tiny piece of chicken for those two important treat game and the emergency recall. And then work with them on commands or catch them doing something good, name it and reward it. They can earn some of their food prior to eating. A hungry puppy is a very trainable puppy, right? They're focused, they want their food, tell me what to do. So use that to train prior to food. When you do, I'd say like 9 weeks, or if you need to with our more assertive puppies, you may have to up their pay a little bit. You'll notice that they're not working as well as they should. One thing at a time, and wait for a while, make sure that's not going to cause upset. So you can see with everything going on, and then so many people also change their food, right? I don't want to put on what the breeder has on them. I'm putting them on this food. So on top of everything else, they've got their food switched. And this is where we start with lots of stomach issues that could potentially be a problem long-term. So low stress, keep them on their kibble. Like just really think about keeping their belly nice and calm without adding a bunch of other stuff. Okay. And then you can later add food if you want. Then of course, there's always the possibility of parasite issues. We're not immune to having parasites or worms like all dogs do. We assume they all do. We do deworm them before they go home. They will have a fecal before they go home. Knock on wood, we've been clean. The protocol that I've devised that now I share with other breeders has been highly effective. I don't want to jinx myself. But what happens is, and why we can't get rid of parasites, why the mom hits clean, parasites are pretty sneaky little critters, right? The only way that they've survived as long as they do is so many of it go dormant in the tissue of the dog. So like say for Giardia or Coccidia or roundworms or whipworms, they go, we could take care of it if in fact, anything their mom has had, the puppy will have, number one. So if there's, they're in the tissue of the dog. So now they go home. We took care of it. We got a clean fecal, right? We have no active parasitic issues. What causes them to reactivate? Stress, which now causes even more stomach issues, right? So when you're trying to change the food and you're trying to do this and then it becomes such a huge problem. So if you start seeing stool issues or whatnot before you start doing anything with food or anything like that, let's get another fecal and see if we reactivated any of those little crazy critters. Okay. And then we have 3 things that I love that let me get back to my screen. Sorry. Oh, where are we at? At the end. I've got videos on all 3 of these and they'll come in email as well. 3 things that I highly, highly recommend. All of our service dogs and facility dogs, this is how we train all of them too. We do the sit on the dog. It's the easiest thing you will ever do with your puppy with the highest effect ever. And we don't have to tell anybody how easy this was. You're literally going to sit on the leash of your dog. You're teaching your dog calm, focused behavior. You're teaching them no matter where you go, no matter where you are, no matter any time in the future, you sit down, what's your dog going to do? Go into a long down stay and be neutral to everything around them. Now, remember, you can't take them from like your kitchen and they're like perfect and then to a dog park, right? Or to a park where kids are playing. Anything you do with training your dog has to increase in distance, duration, and distraction. So you're going to conquer your house. You're going to sit in all different places, doing all different types of things, computer, table, couch, watching a movie. And this puppy's going to be great at sit on the dog. They're going to know what to do. Little puppies, though, this young may need something safe to chew on because they're just babies, right? Then you're going to conquer the backyard, right? We're just going to add just a little bit of distraction, then the front yard, then maybe down the road. Just like toddlers, you can't expect them to behave at 3 years old in a toy store. You're doing that to your puppy and you wonder why, like they were perfect at home. They listen, they sit, they do tricks and they do the long down stay. I don't know why they're not being good at this birthday party at your friend's house. Well, I'll tell you why, because they were never worked up to that to begin with. So work them slowly and appropriately. Don't set them up to fail. Nice and slow. Think distance, duration, distraction, and training, whether you're teaching them to stay or down or whatever. Nice and slow. Then we have hand feeding, and I have I have a video on each of these, so I explain it in detail for you. So, feel free to watch those. This is just a little like, hey, these are really important. This can change the relationship with your dog. Hand feeding is really important. You don't have to do it all the time, but sometimes highly effective. Your dog needs to know that you hung the moon and the stars and you provide the food and the exercise. The other thing too, a dog's needs in order. What's the number one thing they need? And I'm not saying food or shelter or water. What's the number one thing they need? Unmute yourself. You got to know. You're taking home a puppy. What's their number one need?
Attention.
Consistency?
Someone say attention.
Yeah, I did.
Consistency? Or
You're close, Carla. Yeah, this is the problem. We always give love and affection first and most. That's not what the dog needs and wants first and foremost. A dog needs rules, boundaries, and limitations first. Yeah, consistency, rules, boundaries, limitations. So are you handling your puppy in this way every day? Number 2, what's their second need in order? Eric's like, I'm not going to answer again. I was wrong. What's the second thing they need? So you're going to set up your rules, boundaries, limitations. Hey, we're kennel trained. Hey, you're going to go outside. You're going to do this. Hey, you're going to sit for your
Reward positive behavior.
We're going to do that while we're also implementing rules, boundaries, limitations. We're going to give positive praise. What's their second innate need to be happy, fulfilled, neutral dogs?
Rest, sleep.
Mental and physical stimulation. Here's our training and our physical activity. That was good though. I mean, we all need sleep, but I'm going to put sleep with the food and the shelter, right? Like they're very, very basic needs. And then their third is love and affection. Now, when you really think about this, do you see how we flipped it? We give love and affection. We'll do mental and physical. We'll take them on a walk, and rules and boundaries and limitations is third. This is why we have so many unbalanced, unhealthy dogs. It's tough. It's tough, and you have to think about it a lot in the way you manage. When you come home from, putting your puppy in the kennel, if you put him in the kennel, like, I'm so sorry, I'll be home. I'm so sorry. All you're telling your puppy is you should be scared about going in here. Like, I'm ambivalent about it. The puppy's like, what the shit? Why are you putting me in something that you're scared of? Like, that's what they feel, right? And then you come home and you're like, yes, I'm home. Mama's home. Come here. And now you're excited. You're screwing with your dog's head. Neutral, matter of fact, in the kennel, I'll be home. When I come home, no touch, no talk, no eye contact, because the first need they need from me, rules, boundaries, and limitations. I'm going to take the kennel, matter of factly, open it up, go outside, go potty, good job. That's their second need, physical and mental stimulation. Let's do some training. Let's play ball. Let's exercise when they're in a calm state of mind. Now, love and affection. Think about just even in the morning, letting them out of the kennel. Are you keeping those straight? For the most part, for the most part. That's why you'll have a dog too in a family where they really listen to one and they don't the other. And you guys get so frustrated, like, I don't know why they listen to my husband and they won't listen to me. And you'll be like breaking all the rules. You don't have rules and boundaries and limitations. You're just giving all the love and affection and nothing else. Of course, they're not going to listen to you. They don't respect you. They're, you are the pet giver. You're the pet dispenser. Like, you're the love dispenser. That's what you've been, that's your role. And that's okay if that's what you want. But meeting your dog's needs in order is really, really important. And it will really shift things. And my hope for you is to have that once in a lifetime dog. And it's not because I have, magic sprinkles over here. It's all of this correct communication. It's about honoring the dog upon placement, that you both are getting what you need and you want. And then you are truly respecting and honoring their needs first and foremost over yours. And when you can do that, they will give back tenfold. All right. And then tether training too. You're going to start that around 16 weeks and they're just tethered to your hip, man. Don't do it when you actually are trying to get something done, but they sit, I name it, I reward it. Sit, good job. Right? When they go potty outside, don't say go potty when they're sniffing around. You're actually teaching them keep sniffing, keep sniffing, keep sniffing. Wait till they actually squat to pee or poop and then say, go potty, good girl, go potty. It feels stupid as all heck. But that's the action I want from my puppy when I say that, right? So they'll potty on command later in life. We all be like, they're sniffing and sniffing. They don't even know the command. You're out there 3 a.m, go potty, go potty, go potty. And they're like, I'm sniffing, I'm sniffing, I'm sniffing. I'm doing what you told me to do. Wait until they go potty, name it and reward it. Every action, name it and reward it, or name it and correct it. And I've got videos on how to correctly correct a puppy as well, so that you're truly speaking correctly to them. That's the most humane thing we can do, right? Is speak correctly to them. All right, any questions? You feel good? You feeling overwhelmed? I know I just covered a lot of stuff. You can go back and watch us as much as you need to, and of course, I'm always here. I have videos talking about all these things specifically too on YouTube. Just go to the Friday show playlist and how to speak to your puppy, you know, how to correct your puppy correctly and safe exposure and everything broken down as well. We're good? Did I scare y'all? You guys are like, I don't want to say anything. You'd be like, I don't want a puppy after all. I'm not trying to scare you out of a puppy. I promise. Oh, this is Arthur. He's going tonight on an airplane, fully trained service dog. He's going to be watched tomorrow. The special family that's getting him. Huh, Arthur? Are you ready to go bye-bye? Yes.
For the travel, taking the puppy home, if it's going to be a long car ride, do you have any like tips or suggestions?
Yeah, they'll sleep a lot. We talked about puppies, especially after go home day, depending on where they were picked on the day, because they're being kept up every time someone comes in, right? We gotta wake them all back up. So it's a long day for them. So most of them sleep a lot going home, unless they're like first pick or second pick. You do not stop anywhere where the chance of another dog pooping there is high. That's literally what it comes down to. Parasites we can take care of if they get that in the environment. Parvo will kill them. Distemper will kill them. The good thing about distemper is, well, it's 100% fatal, but it doesn't live in the environment very long. So they almost literally have to come nose to nose, share secretions with another dog that has it. That's why I will never allow my puppies around another puppy, even other dogs. Parvo is like a really bad flu. A lot of them don't make it through that either, because it's just all supportive care, trying to keep them hydrated and whatever. So parvo's all pass through poop. So what is the chances? And parvo, dang it, man, it can live in the environment for a year. So what are the chances a dog has been here that has pooped? Heck, I'm not stopping at like the corner Arby's where there's grass or a rest stop. I'm going to stop on a random spot of the road and I'm going to walk way back. I'll put the puppy down and they're going to follow and chase and wake up and stretch and then potty. If you have a truck or an SUV, you can try to lay potty pads down and keep them enclosed. You can do that, but they don't know potty pads and they'll rip and play and whatever, and you just have to wait till they go potty. It will take a little bit longer. Good.
What about like if you're introducing another dog to it, like dogs that you have at home already?
Yeah. So if you already know how your established dog is going to react to a new puppy, like way over excitement or like, oh, I don't think so. Either way, have that established dog on the leash so you can emotionally guide this interaction, right? Mm-hmm. So, and go outside. The worst thing people can do is you walk in the front door and you put the puppy down, and right away your established dog comes and starts smelling the puppy, and the puppy's like, oh shit, what the heck? Like, I don't trust you anymore. You just literally put me down in front of danger. They had no chance to even prepare or process anything. So look at it from their point of view, like that was scary. And now you are less reliable. And the problem is you can't control the environment. The puppy's going to try going underneath the chairs or the couch, because that's just not the proper way to introduce. So I say, get your established dog outside on a leash, exercise first, drain some energy first. So if someone's at home, like get the dog out, let's drain some energy, get them on a leash, put them in a downstay. Now bring the puppy in and let that be a lot more calm, controlled interaction. Then when you feel good, you can unclip the leash and see what happens, But most dogs are depends how old your dog is. If they're older, they're not going to want a lot to do with the puppy. The puppy's going to annoy the crap out of them. And that's when it's important to make sure they have their own space and privacy. Like they can get on the couch, but the puppy can't. Please do not revert in any rules or freedoms you've given your established dog because there's a puppy in the house. That puppy has to earn everything for itself. Okay, so the established dog should have nothing changed for them. They've earned the right to do whatever, sleep on the bed, not be in a kennel, run the house. That puppy has not. And some established dogs are pushovers, and you're going to have to stop the play when it gets crazy. And some established dogs will have no problem giving a decent correction. Be prepared. Puppies act like they just died. It will absolutely scare you. They'll scream and run, and they'll keep screaming. And literally in real life, it was like no, stop it. Just the teeth right on the neck. But they're like, holy heck, this dog just corrected me. Now you're gonna have to manage though, the dog, your puppy's gonna be afraid of the dog, right? There's a negative experience. So now we have to have 5 to 10 positive experiences with another dog or your dog and manage it so that doesn't happen again. Like your established dog isn't gonna go from like fine and happy to giving a correction like that. They're giving signs. Their teeth could be showing, they're freezing and staring. They're giving signs before they let them know, knock it off. And sometimes that's exactly what that puppy needs. It needs to be told that's enough.
So if we already have a dog at home, is it okay to put their crates next to each other?
Yeah.
Or should we separate them?
Where's your established? I don't ever want the established dog to feel like they're being punished.
Well, he likes his crate. He goes home and sleeps in there all the time.
Right.
So I'm just wondering if we're okay to put the new puppy's like crate next to his and not like disturb him or, usually if that's okay.
Yeah. And then just remember anything did I already talk about this? If your established dog does have any bad behaviors? Was that with you guys or was that my Friday show today? Okay, so if your established dog does have any bad behaviors, let's just, for example, they get anxious in the car, okay? They don't like being in the car. Do not take your puppy in the car with your established dog. Your established dog will absolutely train that puppy like, this is really scary. You don't want to be in the car. Like everything is telling the puppy's like, what's going on? Oh my gosh. They're going to feed from the established dog more than from you. So if you already know, like my established dog's not so good at this, or we have a little bit of unrealistic fear, don't have your puppy experience that with the established dog. You're gonna have to go solo on that, do car rides without the established dog. And then a beautiful thing can happen sometimes is then after a while when that puppy is so happy to be in the car and it's always exciting, you bring your established dog and sometimes that can actually help your established dog. But make sure when you're putting them in the car, again, this is what happens. You put them in the car and where do you go? The vet, negative experience. Put them in the car, where do they go? The groomer, negative experience. Put them in the car, where do they go? Just make sure that it's short, fun, and positive. Train to the car first before you're taking them, somewhere that may have a negative experience. You take them in the car for exposure activities, but it was way too long and the puppy was way too stressed. Do you think they're going to want to keep getting in that car? Mm-mm. And you're like, what happened? I don't know. Like, what did I miss? I told you what you missed. Make sure it's short and fun first before you start taking them in the car long haul or to something that's potentially not the most fun thing to do. They had to learn, like, too bad. You have to go to the vet. You have to go to the groomer. Maybe not be fun, but buckle up, buddy. That's his life, right? Buckle up. There's lots of things not fun for us either. Just matter of fact.
Thank you.
Yeah.
You talked about bully sticks on your Friday shows.
Mhm.
And so I was wondering, but you don't want to give bully sticks to the new puppy until you're like, that would be like a treat, which
yes, because it is edible. So caveat to that is if we're dealing with some separation anxiety in the kennel, which by the way, don't get your puppy and then not leave them for 2 weeks. Get your puppy and the very next day, put him in the kennel and just go sit out in your car if you have to. Like you literally need to start right away. Matter of fact, in the kennel, matter of fact, out, I leave, I come back, you're fine. Like we are a stable pack, like everything's fine. But if you are having some of that, I mean, I still wouldn't leave a bully stick unattended with a puppy ever. If I'm having problems because they're extremely mouthy, a frozen washcloth, a bully stick when I'm doing sit on the dog only. I mean, they're teething, their teeth, and we can't require 30 minutes unless it's nap time, then it works perfectly. But, and that's another thing, like don't set them up to fail, like right when they wake up and they need to chew and they need to play and they need to exert all of that puppiness, expecting them to be in a long downstay for 30 minutes. Don't set your puppy up to fail. Do it when it's nap time. And then do your long downstay. But yeah, bully sticks, I'd be really, really careful. Proceed with caution, and if you let them chew just a little tiny bit and wait and see and make sure there's no reaction, and then sometimes we have to employ our higher value stuff though, so little piece of chicken. Just keep it minimal. And I love Kongs and busy, safe things to give them too in their kennel. I want it to be a safe, fun place, right? Like I only get this when I go in my kennel. So I may do a tiny bit of peanut butter. It will take them a long time to get it out of there, and it smells good, and it will just kind of help distract them and give them busy work, right? Because their second need is mental and physical stimulation. So I'm doing mental stimulation while they're in the kennel. Just be careful again of it's not really edible. And if you do put a little peanut butter on there, it's minimal. You could put them in the freezer with a little bit of broth, so they can work on basically an ice cube inside their Kong that freezes inside their Kong. Again, there's things that when I'm kennel training a puppy, they only get when they're in the kennel. It's super fun. Keep them busy. All right, good. If you need anything though, email. Sam and I are on it. Usually just not Sunday and Monday. Sam is off. And then I'll be heading out for the next night or two. But if there's anything you need, please let us know, and enjoy the rest of the journey with your puppies here and watching them grow, and know before you know it, you'll be taking them home. So, and we're here even, past that, any help you need or whatever you need. I'm here to help make sure that the communication and the relationship is what you want it to be. Thank you so much for trusting me too. I know there's 101 million doodle breeders right now, like they're on every corner for real. And I know this is a little bit longer of a wait, and you had so many options, and it means so much to me that you trust me with your new family member, truly.
Thank you.
Yeah, of course. You guys have a great weekend.
Thank you.
Bye.
Bye.